What is going on, guys? RawT PJ here, bringing you another video, and this is actually going to be the second upload today. Honestly, I am a little pissed off. I promised you guys a double upload because I didn't have open gym today, so I'm bringing you guys a double upload. But I am not lying, I'm a little pissed off because I just realized midway through this game that I haven't been recording, and I was talking this whole time. I was actually talking before this game too. Oh my god. Well, I guess it's my fault for not checking the recording. So, that kind of fucking sucks, honestly. It didn't really look like it in the game, but I was going mad ham. Like, I got a couple deaths and then I went mad ham. And I think I was like one kill from an AGR, which, you know, isn't that ham, but I didn't even realize it. And then, you know, I was saying all these nice stories while I was playing, and it was pretty good gameplay. And then I used my score streaks, all this shit. I was doing pretty good. And then I checked the game recording, and I see that it hasn't even started. I didn't even click start recording. I just fucking started talking, and I didn't even fucking start the recording. So it kind of sucks because I was fucking talking for the longest time. But whatever. Let's move on with this video. So anyways, what I was saying before I realized that my game wasn't even recording. I was talking about how I used to live on a street called Robert Street, which is pretty cool because I have a friend, one of my best friends actually, and his name's Robert. You might know him as RawT Rain also. And it's pretty cool that I used to live on a street called Robert Street. I completely forgot about that, but I lived on that street for about a good like 6, close to 7 years. Anyways, I remember 2 stories when it rained on Robert Street, which is, you know, even more of a coincidence because Robert's nickname is Rain. So yeah, when it rained on Robert Street, back when I was younger, obviously, one time I remember specifically very well. It rained during the night, and when I woke up the next day, there was actually snails all over the fucking place. Like, they were fucking everywhere. And the weirdest part about it is that it was only in a small area. It was specifically around where me and my friend lived. My friend George. Pretty much where I live, 2 blocks in every direction, but only 2 blocks. There were snails everywhere. After those 2 blocks, there weren't any. So I thought that was really weird. But I'd say there were a good like 10,000 snails. There were a lot of them, and they were everywhere. You could see them like crushed on the sidewalks, on the streets, and they were only in a small like vicinity around my house. And I remember me and my friends caught a couple of them. They felt really weird, like on my arm and shit. Like, I put them on my arm. They feel really weird, and they're actually extremely slow. Like, I knew they were slow, but I didn't know they were that slow. Like, how do they even survive in the wild? I know it's because of their shell, but oh shit, voice crack. And another time when it rained on Robert Street, I was with my friend Timmy. This was probably a good like maybe a year later after the snail incident. Maybe a year or 2, I don't really remember. But it was raining, and me and Timmy were just like fucking around in the rain, like just fucking like running around and shit. And let me just tell you this, like in front of where I lived, there was a good like it was public property, but it was kind of like a mini desert. That's what I always called it, like mini desert, or the desert pretty much. And it was probably like 100 by like 250 feet. Like, it was really big. And it was public property, and like there was no buildings on it whatsoever. It was just like a mini desert. Me and him were just like running around and shit, and in the mini desert there's like a lot of like broken glass, you could say. And for some reason me and him decided, you know, let's fucking run in there. You would think that like we would have been crying and shit, but we ran through that, and we didn't even notice that our feet got cut up like crazy. Mine was more cut up than his, but our feet were like cut up with glass and everything. It was ridiculous. The craziest thing about that whole ordeal is that even though mine and Timmy's feet were like cut up like crazy, me and him did not feel our feet get cut at all. Like, the only way we found out is after we were done like fucking around in the rain, like playing in the rain and shit. Like it stopped raining obviously, so we were going back to my house, which is like literally a couple feet away from the mini desert, and we had a driveway, and while I was walking up the driveway, my friend Timmy said, "Hey dude, look at your feet." And I looked at my feet and they were just like covered in red from like all the blood and shit, like, and I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at the driveway and I was leaving like foot marks, like you could see my feet, like I was walking up the thing, because my feet were covered in blood, so every time I took a step it left an imprint of like in blood and shit. And I was like, whoa, what the hell? And then Timmy's was like that too, except it wasn't like his whole foot, it was only some of it because he didn't get cut up as much as me. And me and him never felt it. Like, we were surprised that we were even cut in the first place. I told my mom and she freaked out obviously because our feet were like cut up and we were bleeding everywhere. And so, you know, obviously she took care of us and everything. 21. I feel like those trends were way too big for me ever to forget. 21 and about a week ago. Every time I say 21 and every time I say about a week ago, I instantly remember the trend. Even though the trend died already, I instantly fucking remember it. I'm gonna be a grown-ass man. I'm gonna get pulled over by the cops. They're gonna be like, how old are you, sir? 21. And then the cop's gonna be like, sir, are you drunk? I'm gonna be like, no, I am not, officer. When was the last time you had a beer? About a week ago, And then I'm probably gonna get arrested. Anyways, guys, this has been RawT PJ. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Stay PJ. Almost forgot that.